Good evening, everyone. Welcome to week 2 of season 7 of the SFL Minor League. Tonight, two teams who both are coming off of wins in their opening game are going head to head. Chad Moore led his team to a 30-13 win last week with a 3-touchdown performance to go with his 300 yards and a stellar 77% clip. Meanwhile, Ben Jackson of Tacoma rushed his way to a 24-16 win with his team with his 3-touchdown and incredible 161-yard rushing performance. Will both stars show out today again, or will somebody else prove to be an X factor for their team this week too? There's only one way to find out, and that is on the field. What's not on the field is Rochelle, who's joining me on the booth. Rochelle Colston, our Commissioner Cameron Irvine is on the truck pushing buttons for production. Rochelle, how are you tonight?
I'm good, Mark. Looking forward to this game. I mean, both teams scored over 20 points of offense last week. It should be a pretty good one.
Yeah, 20 points of offense is plenty of offense in the minor league. And I don't know about you, but I do like me some good offense. As the game is about to be kicked off with this kickoff. And the ball is received inside the 20. Tacoma will start inside their 25-yard line. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us tonight in this amazing evening, wherever you are. Hope you're having an amazing night. And we talk about their offense, Rochelle. Both teams good scoring last week. Tacoma had a pretty impressive running game, and with the start of this game, first play, it looks like they're set out with a rush game. As the offset, I was a handoff. Oh, he's got away! Jackson with a big rushing play from their 25-yard line. He gets tackled at Lexington's 44-yard line. That's over 25. That's about 31 yards of rushing.
Hey, Jackson's taking off where he started from last week. I mean, first play. Nice. I mean, big pickup on first down there.
Yeah, some solid blocking as well, really giving Ben Jackson a lot of time to go around his blockers. And Rochelle, last week, he had a long of 40 yards already starting strong this game with his 31-yard completion. Their center is King Jackson. He has his two backs behind him lined up, and handoff to the fullback this time. That's King Jackson with a solid run down the middle. We mentioned your quarterback, King Jackson. Let's introduce the rest of your offense. The King Jackson quarterback, running back is Ben Jackson. Your wide receivers, sorry, 1 second. That is right, your wide receivers are Andrew Gibson, Rob Hunt, and Zor Lunar. Stacked back by King Jackson. Over here, that pass short is good for a 2-yard gain. The rest of your offense, Janko Mulder and why not Airlet are your tight ends. And that is your Tacoma Grizzlies offense. And a solid start so far, Ray. It's 3rd and 3. What do you want to see from this team in their first third down?
Speaking, they have such success with the run game. I wouldn't mind seeing it go to Ben Jackson one more time.
Ben Jackson is in the backfield, and Ben Jackson will get the ball, but tackled way behind the line of scrimmage. That is a big loss for 4. Incredible defensive play by London on that tackle.
Yeah, I mean, London got there to the running back in a hurry. On the line of scrimmage, he had no place to go. Great open field tackle.
Great tackle right there, and that will force the first punt for Tacoma. They ended this drive inside Lexington's 41 after starting in their own 25-yard line. That punt will stop not inside the 5-yard line, unfortunately. Picked up and brought to the end zone for a touchback.
I think he was returning that ball, Mark. He just picked it up and kept running with it.
He did. He had quite the momentum going into that catch. So unfortunate for Tacoma. Lexington will start inside their 20, and we're going to see Chad Moore and his offense go out for the first time this evening. Chad Moore for the first play is under center with the one back, trips left. That's a swing pass right there with an incredible tackle in the middle. A 4-yard gain by Willie Smoke, who was incredible or pretty solid last week as well.
Yeah, I mean, last week he had 6 receptions for 25 yards, so I'm not surprised they're throwing to him here.
He did have some receptions as well on the swing pass play last week. It is probably their bread and butter, but only a short yard gain. This time, 2 backs under center. Pass to the outside. That's a first down and more. And tackled out of bounds right there. Number 14, Ian Francis, who had also a solid outing last week.
Yeah, definitely. Ian Francis had 7 receptions for 90 yards. He's averaging 13 yards per reception. So, starting off on the right foot here.
And that 90 yards led all receivers last week. That was definitely an incredible connection between quarterback and receiver. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see more of those. This time, under center once again is Chadmore Willie Smoke. Offset to his left. Looks like it will be a swing pass. It will be, and Smoke able to get 3 yards out of that after initial contact at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I thought for sure they had him for a loss there, but he just kept moving his feet and pushing forward and picked up 3 yards.
The Lexington Miners offense, Chadmore and Willie Smoke, you've heard their names. The rest include Barney Burner, Ian Francis, and Alex Jackson as their wide receivers. Oba Bruin and Xavier Solomon are the tight ends as Chad Moore steps back and finds a man. That was 2nd and 7 and converts on a first down to number 88, Xavier Solomon.
I mean, great play in the middle of the field. And great catch by the tight end there, I think.
This Lexington offense, as you mentioned, 30-13 win. Part of that was their incredible passing play, and so far this drive has been solid. Chadmore once again under center. Smoke right behind him, and he does hand it off to Smoke for only a 1-yard gain. What a good tackle.
Yeah, so far, the Tacoma Grizzlies are holding Smoke in check there, up the middle. He's not getting very much.
He did only average 3 yards last week, Ray. Not, up to par. You'd want minimum 3.3 yards would be considered solid, but you're right. He is being held in check this game as well. As Chadmore is under center, he had split backs behind him. Passes to the outside is not caught by the receiver. That ball is dropped.
To me, it was a good pass. He should have came down with that one. I'm not really sure what happened. Lost focus there. That was wide receiver Barney Burner, number 11.
And Barney Burner had his hands on that ball with 6'3", 225. He has the height to make that play, and probably a little bit unfortunate that is only one play. It's only early on in the game. As we see under shotgun with trips to the right, Chad Moore gonna look for a deep play potentially. That was actually a slants route, but he does find a man down the middle. That is at least a 15-yard pass, and he finds another first down.
Yeah, these poor matchups on these linebackers with their tight ends. The tight ends always win this battle. I mean, the throw was right on the money, caught him in stride.
Beautiful play. This Lexington Miners, of course, is going up against a solid Tacoma defense. Tacoma defense will introduce you to them. Their defensive end is Darko Young. Sonny Sky, Moxie Crawford are your linebackers. Joshua Bloom and Nanu Matthews are your cornerbacks. This is a step back and a one-handed catch right there. Chad Moore is happy he has athletic receivers. Alex Jackson makes an incredible play.
He made the one-handed catch, made the spin move, went the wrong direction at first, and then figured out where he was in the field and turned it back up. Great game there on first down.
That was 8-yard gain. The rest of the Tacoma Grizzlies defense was King Bradshaw, Tigga Clay, and Natala Chancellor, who are your safeties. Handoff to Smoke. Smoke gets not much, only 1 yard, and once again, a tackle by Sonny Sky.
Looks like the Tacoma defensive coordinator pretty much, watched the game last week, saw that they were going up the middle with Smoke, and they found an answer for it right away.
The answer has been good so far as running. Smoke hasn't gained much. Smoke is in the backfield. handoff goes to him, but there was a penalty, an early start by the defense. We'll see if they accept this, Ray, because it would end up being a first down anyway.
Correct. Give your running back the yards.
And
They accepted it.
The Miners, the Tacoma Miners accepted. Was it a penalty against the... I did not quite see that.
It was an offside.
Well, they do get their first down. They are inside the 20-yard line, already in the red zone. Inside Tacoma's 19-yard line. Pass to the outside, this time caught. And almost a first down. That is a 9-yard pickup. I believe that's number 15. No, that's number 11, Burner.
The second time he's run the route, and the first time he dropped it, this time he held on. Nice 9-yard pickup there.
Is Barney Burner, not much last week from him. But this time, two tosses his way, and he's got one catch out of that. Two split backs. Under center was Moore. He finds his man short, and nobody was keeping him in check. That's a first down.
Yeah, nice little observation by the quarterback there. No, he was in trouble. Just dumped it off to number 34. The fullback, Pierce Cooley.
I mean, that's definition of keeping your man wide open. You have trips left. Wow, spread the offense at the red zone inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as Moore's under shotgun. We'll see what they try to pull off. Moore takes his time, finds a man for about a 5-yard gain, and they are now inside the 3-yard line.
Not a bad play on first and goal. I mean, you're halfway there now.
They are halfway there, and they do have at least 2 more attempts at a first down. I wouldn't be surprised if Chad Moore tosses a touchdown on this play. He did have 3 last week. He hands it to Smoke, who was in the backfield. Can Smoke get there? He does! Converts in a 3-yard touchdown. Willie Smoke puts 6 on the board.
Yeah, kudos to the O-line for making a little gap there for him to run through, and he just keeps pushing his way forward and pulls defenders with him.
That is an absolutely sweet play. They make it look easy there. As you mentioned, Ray, the blocking just gave him room, and that's what makes it easy. They'll now try to attempt their extra point. Lexington first on the board. Once again, home advantage proving to be an advantage for Lexington.
Yeah, they're sticking to what they know. They're passing the ball a lot. That seems to be their bread and butter here.
Extra point is up and good. That is 7 points for Tacoma. Ladies and gentlemen, you are joining us in week 2 of the SFLm Minors. If you are new to the SFL, the Simulation Football League combines traditional sports, esports, and the role-playing game into one. Team strategies are being executed in real time by our simulations as real-life players compete on the virtual gridiron. For more information about the SFL, visit our website at www.simulationfl.net. The SFL, it's football for everyone. And Tacoma, with this kickoff, will take it all the way to their 26-yard line. Tacoma will start in 1 yard better of a position from their previous drive. That first drive, Ray, looked promising. What do you expect to see in this one?
I expect to see, the run game. That seems to be what they like to run, what they like to do. So, here we go. Heavy formation here.
Heavy set 3 in the backfield. Hand off right there to Jackson. And Jackson picks up 4 yards. A little bit of a shame as he had his 2 fullbacks, one fullback and another H-back blocking for him in front, but the defense scrambled quickly.
Yeah, but when you're a running back picking up 4 yards a carry, why would they just keep going to you?
That is true, actually. And running back Jackson once again in the backfield as Ben Jackson in the backfield. King Jackson was under center. Pass to the outside, finds his man, and gets a first down to the rub. Hunt puts the defender on the dirt.
He's a two-way player in Indianapolis. If he would have stepped out of bounds, I think he probably could have gotten at least another 10 yards out of that play, Mark.
That is true. But it's probably Major League off-season blues that's not allowing him to get the extra play. But he does get the first down. They'll take it any day of the week.
I
As
definitely. He sees smaller feet, Mark.
That's true. That is true. Another I formation. Uh, Jackson will hand it off to Ben Jackson, but the defense is right there at the line to put a stop to this play.
This time in defense actually, penetrated the O-line, got into the backfield, and came up with 0 yards on that carry.
We'll introduce you to the defense of Lexington. Lexington's defensive ends, Brookie Byrne, Anthony Robertson. Linebackers are Dimitri Monzama and Jason Clay. Cornerback Zachary Hamburger and Antoine Joe. Safeties are Tino Sosa, Vermont Brothers, and Luke Swift.
Ooh.
And wow, that looked like a sweet spin move. But Jackson unable to get more than 0 yards. Actually did not gain a yard.
And a big hit there by number 52, outside linebacker Sammy Schnegel.
Ben Jackson receiving previously had 2 receptions for 15 yards. That's an average of 8. So he does have contributions. That was a trips right formation. And that was a well-covered play as number 10, Gibson, was double-teamed and not pass deflected, essentially.
Yeah, that was a great play by the defense. They had that receiver locked down. There was no way he was catching that ball.
Tacoma, 4th and 10, well punt. And unlike their first foray on the field, didn't get much going. Good job on Lexington's defense. This punt is punted. A lot of hang time. Will be picked up inside the 25-yard line, but nothing much more as Lexington will start at their 25-yard line.
Yeah, great punt and great coverage by the special teams there.
Absolutely, I agree. Great coverage, and that's what they say. Everything matters. Special team matters. This is second drive of Lexington on the field. 41 seconds left on the clock. Chadmore steps back, and a nice pass in the middle for a 4-yard gain by number 84. Visit the all-new league website presented by Football Shift at simulationfl.net, featuring all league highlights, photo galleries, playoff and minor league stats, and leaderboards, community content, and so much more. The all-new league website. Visit us at simulationfl.net. It is 2nd and 6. With 12 seconds to go, this will be the final play of the quarter. Chad Moore was under center, looks for his man deep, and will he get it? No, he could not find his man down the middle as Barney Burner. I believe it was a deflected pass.
I'm not really sure about that. The second time, yep, it was definitely deflected.
Right. That will end the incompletion actually freezes the clock. We will see one final play. You see trips right. Chad Moore looking for a pass before ending the quarter to put more numbers on his stat sheet. Chad Moore. Wow, great defensive play by number 31.
That's the Taylor Chancellor, 6'3", 230, strong safety. Coming up with a big play there.
That is your first quarter. Lexington is up 7-0 at home. And Tacoma, despite a good effort on their first drive, is still scoreless on the board. Chad Moore, although had a great week last week, a little bit soft or a little bit cold in this week, already had several incompletions, but we still gotta credit Tacoma, who have forced several incompletions and deflections against him. Tacoma forcing a punt on Lexington. That was actually a very short drive. Ray, what did you like about that Tacoma defense?
Yeah, they good defensive stand, forcing basically a 3 and out, and it's a pretty good field position here to start. on the 32.
Absolutely. Defense leading to offense. If you don't allow your opponent to move forward, you're giving your offense a chance to start good. And starting good for sure. If we considered where they ended in the previous drive, this is definitely a net gain in yards approximately as King Jackson under center. Oh my
Ooh.
goodness! Plenty of Tacoma players fell down to the ground. Ben Jackson, running back, was toppled over. King Jackson also brought down by Mark Rams at defensive end or defensive tackle.
There's too many Jacksons. I'm getting confused.
That's true. Last week we had another Jackson as well facing up against Lexington. But this time, sorry. Jackson is in Lexington as well. My mistake. We have 3 Jacksons on the field as split backs lining up with King Jackson. King Jackson finds nobody and is lucky, Ray, that did not turn it into an interception.
That time he got hit as he threw the ball, and the ball was just wild. He's very lucky that wasn't a pick.
Absolutely lucky. That was Gerald Cumbas making an incredible play. The defensive end hitting King Jackson forced that incompletion. You have trips left as King Jackson is under center. King Jackson, big step back, tries to aim deep, tries to find his man and convert a 3rd and 19, but way overthrown.
Yep, and the ref was down the field, and the ball was really, really overthrown that time.
This Lexington defense has been incredible, but who is in the Lexington defense? Well, let us introduce you to them. Defensive end Darko Young, that's a Tacoma lineup. The Lexington Miners defensive end is Gerald Combas. Linebackers are DJ Kilgannon and Sammy Schneegel. Cornerbacks Shane Hill and Andre Tucker. Guy Cognito, Willie Sands, and JJ Bailey are your safeties. This ball is punted and picked up. Wow, that was great special teams coverage as they force Lexington to start in the 43-yard line.
Yeah, but good field starting position for Lexington here. They have a contract kicker. They need to get in field goal range here pretty quickly.
That is true. That contract kicker, Victor Washington, who had 1 field goal last week before getting hurt, and surprisingly, the other Victor making the 2nd field goal. As this first play of this drive is a handoff for a 3-yard gain to Smoke.
Yeah, but Cameron's telling us earlier, it's the first time a kicker's ever been injured in an SFL game. And then the punter kicks a field goal, that's another first.
I mean, it's such a great sight to see firsts happening, and we were definitely blessed to be in that presence. As you have trips right, Smoke was in the backfield, but Chad Moore, wow, finds this guy. What a catch! Threads the needle. That's number 82 with an incredible catch. Chris Armstrong converts on the 1st down and way more.
Yeah, I thought for sure that pass was deflected. The defender went for the ball, but somehow he came up with the ball anyway. That's your backup wide receiver, Chris Armstrong.
I mean, incredible pass as well. What a laser by Moore. And that laser sets up the pass and wide open in green space allowed for more yards after the catch. This time under center, Chad Moore. Ball is snapped, finds his man on the outside. Can this could become a 1st down? Ooh. Yes, it will. And Barney Burner 2 for 4 on reception, on targets his way. This time getting a 1st down and plenty.
He did a good job of staying in bounds that time. He just basically struggled with defenders that tried to stop him and just kept going forward.
Yeah, he was first hit by Moxie Crawford, the linebacker, sheds him, and that basically boosts him for many more yards. And look at this. They are now inside the red zone for the 2nd time in 3 tries. Under center. You have trips left once again. This ball is handed off to Smoke, and Smoke picks up Rumblin for 6 yards.
That's from me see my Smoke all day. Big hole there by the O-line.
It's a very similar result to their touchdown play, where the O-line generated a hole for Smoke. Smoke did the rest. Smoke once again with a huge play for his team. This time you have two receivers to the left. Another handoff to Smoke. However, can he get the first down?
Whoa.
Well, he will give you the touchdown.
He came out like a bowling ball, just rolling over people through the middle of the field there. Great job by Smoke.
Smoke picks up I believe that was a 6-yard touchdown, but what an incredible play by him. Incredible effort after the fact. He gets hit by two guys, and Ray, two guys is just not enough for him. What an incredible display by him. This time, Smoke is putting on the offense on his back. He might be a big key player for this game for Lexington, as the Miners will attempt their second extra point of the game. That's Victor Washington once again on the spot. Converts in that. He is now 2 for 2 in extra points, and Lexington is up 14-0.
Okay, so last week Willie Smoke had 2 receiving touchdowns. This week he has 2 rushing touchdowns. So
yeah, I mean, he does it all. He, at the very least, he does the scoring and so-called all reliable. I'm not surprised that they rely on him on red zone situations. This kickoff is picked up inside the 10, and a good outside route. It's tackled inside their 29. That's number 81, the returner, and another solid start for Tacoma.
Zoro Lunar with a great return there.
I mean, despite the 14-0 deficit, this game feels like a solid game, an incredible game. We have yet to see Tacoma generate much, but that first drive looked very promising. Under center with one back. This is King Jackson. Run play offense. That did not turn out successful for them, as it ended up a huge sack in Gerald Cumbus on the big one.
Yeah, that play just took way too long to develop, and Gerald Cumbus just got there way too quickly.
Unfortunately, the RPO did not fool Gerald. Gerald just rushed headfirst into King Jackson, and Jackson was brought down back first into the ground. It is 2nd and 17, 7 minutes and 50 seconds to go. Bunch right, plenty of receivers on the field. Step back by King Jackson. Tries to find a receiver who is covered by 3 gray uniforms.
And that's Rob Hunt again, the two-way player from Indianapolis. You have to catch those. That ball was perfectly thrown to you.
It was perfectly thrown, but credit to these Lexington receivers, really on point on defending those long passes. This is the second, third, and very long that Tacoma is experiencing. 3rd and 17, trips left, and King Jackson steps back, tries to find a man deep. Will he get it? No! Incredible defensive plays. I believe that is, I missed a number. My eyes.
Number 24, Andre Trucker, was step-by-step with that receiver and came up with the deflection right at the very end.
Wow. That was incredible 1-on-1 play, Ray.
And 3 and out.
Another 3 and out. Incredible defense by Lexington. They force another punt. So still scoreless by Tacoma. And Tacoma's defense in their previous game, they held Ottawa to 16 points. Sorry, I was meaning to look at Lexington. Lexington's defense beat San Jose and only allowed 13 points. And tonight, 0 points through 1.5 quarters.
Now Lexington is definitely winning the field advantage here. They're starting around their 40 for the last 2 drives. So I mean, oof.
So starting at their 43-yard line, Chad Moore's under center. He has 2 receivers, one back in the backfield. He does throw a swing pass to Smoke. Smoke picks up about 2 yards before being tackled by there's 3 defenders, amongst which was number 23.
Yeah, that time the ball was thrown behind Smoke a little bit, gave the defenders time to get to him. That's why it's only a 2-yard gain there instead of more.
So we have 2nd and 8. Lexington trying to score for the 3rd time. And Chad Moore, another straight pass to Smoke, but this time Smoke left his first man looking and had to be brought down just 1 yard away from the first down marker.
He must have been watching BDG Hollywood's games where he makes a little spin move to make the defender just stand there looking really silly.
That is true. That is a classic BDG Hollywood move right there. BDG Hollywood would have gone all the way to the touchdown, but still solid running by Smoke. And solid running continues as he picks up the first down and more 10 yards extra from Chad Moore.
Wow, look, he's averaging 4 yards a carry right now. He's starting to heat up, Mark. Look out.
Sorry, I said Chad Moore. This is Willie Smoke with a huge run. If Chad Moore run that, this would be a lethal offense. But Willie Smoke is the one smoking the linebackers in the middle. He rumbles on, and as you mentioned, you pointed out, he already has some solid numbers already in the afternoon. I mean, even in this position formation, I wouldn't be surprised if they hand it off to him. They do hand it off to him, but Ray, what a huge tackle for a loss of 2.
Yeah, big number 92 came in there, made a big hit, and Willie Smoke that time for a loss.
5 minutes and a half to go in the first half. Lexington still leads 14-0, but they are now in Tacoma's 40-yard line. Chad Moore under center takes his time, takes plenty of time, and picks up 3 yards. And he was no Willie Smoke on that run, but he made something out of nothing.
If he stood in that pocket, stood there all day, then moved up in the pocket and actually made, instead of taking the sack, he actually gained 5 yards there, Mark.
Yep, Chad Moore had enough time to write a novel and make that play. Fortunate for Tacoma, they were able to force only 3 yards out of him as under shotgun. Shotgun formation, Chad Moore releases the ball quick. He does find his guy. He goes for the touchdown. A 37-yard touchdown out of nowhere. And that is an incredible play. That's number 14 with a great catch, Ian Francis, with his first touchdown of Season 7.
Wow, Mark, I thought for sure, the defender was right there, and I thought for sure it was deflected, and somehow he came down with the ball.
That's just great placement by Ian, knowing that he had to be, if he wanted to make the catch and the defender's right there, he had to be in between the defender and the ball, and he does, makes the catch. An incredible one, as you said, and just goes all the way to the end zone. And the third extra point attempt, indeed, that's a wow moment right there. And Lexington is now up 21-0. Tacoma already in the hole early on in this game. How can Tacoma ever come back from this, Ray?
I think you need to stick to their game plan, use their running back, and start using their receivers a little bit more. I mean, this can get ugly really quick if they don't score here.
That's true. I'd like some score, some points on the board. And this ball is kicked off towards Tacoma, caught inside the 10. Let's see if they can make something out of this. They do not. They will start inside their 27. The one thing they're consistently doing off of these kickoffs is starting beyond their 25-yard line. Pretty respectable if you were a kickoff returner in this league.
Yep, but then Thorough Wiener is doing a good job returning today.
4 minutes to go. 1st and 10 in their 27. You got 2 backs in the backfield. Under center is King Jackson. And King Jackson, pressure on his face once again. It feels like the 3rd time that despite the 2 backs providing extra protection, they just made it home.
And that time, he got the pass off, Mark, so it's just an incomplete pass instead of a sack.
This defense is playing very much like the SFL Major League champions. Speaking of champions, the SFL Championship, the Major League, who is going to win the rematch? The Season 20 SFL Championship game takes center stage Friday, May 12th. Friday, May 12th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on SFL YouTube for all the marbles. The 11th Baltimore Vultures tried to win their 5th championship in the last 6 seasons, but we'll have to do it at Fatality Field against MVP frontrunner DJ Moses II. Join Cameron Irvine, Chris Curtis, Tyler Falk, Mike St. Green, and Paul Sarp for all the action Friday night. This play, an incredible play by Tacoma, finally getting a first down after a long while, and inside their 40-yard line. That's a great catch to number 81.
Yep, that time he found his big receiver, Zoro Lunar, who's 6'4", 220, in the middle of the field.
Tacoma needs points on the board if they want to make this game manageable. They hand it off to Jackson, as we wanted to see them do, but he gets tackled after a 4-yard gain.
Yeah, nice open field tackle by number 22, J.J. Bailey. I think he had one tackle. If the tackle would have been made, I think he would have been going to the house that time.
That's true. That was definitely one broken tackle away from getting at least a lot of yards, as you have 3 players in the backfield behind King Jackson, as Ben Jackson gets another handoff, but only a 2-yard gain. Lexington's defense is just stifling.
You know, it's a great block there by the fullback, but not enough, to break him free.
Yeah, credit to safeties moving upfield in a hurry, providing the extra men to put a stop on that play. It is now 3rd and 4 with 3 minutes to go. Tacoma is inside their 46. Inside their 46. Ben Jackson alone in the backfield. The ball was handed off almost to him. It was a fake, and the ball was thrown to number 11. A completion to the 44-yard line of Lexington.
Yeah, Rob Hunt really laid himself out there, made the dive for the catch. Great completion and moved the chains.
He was like Superman in that play, as the ball did land on his breadbasket, but he did lay out. 2 backs in the backfield. King Jackson under center. Jackson will try to pass and find his man on the outside, and 2 passes in a row to Rob Hunt.
I like the offense right now. I think they're doing a good job of, placing the ball around the field, different places, getting receivers open, making dart throws.
I wonder if they take this a 2-minute warning, but they might do one final play. 2:12, 2:11 to go. 3 backs in the backfield once again. They really like this formation. Jackson under center will hand it off to Ben Jackson, and some nice blocking, but he cuts inside where the defenders are. That is your 2-minute warning. Lexington up 21-0 Tacoma. Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching the SFL Minor League, brought to you by APM Music. Thank you for joining us this evening. This has been an incredible showing by Lexington, but Tacoma will not try to go down without a fight. They're trying to force this game to be a more respectable one, as this handoff for 3rd and inches is completed by Ben Jackson, and he is showing out in this drive.
Yeah, nice little hole there by the O-line, giving just enough room to get the first down.
Yeah, good blocking in the middle. They knew what they wanted, or the Tacoma offense knew what they wanted. They just needed a few inches, and they knew it had to go through Ben Jackson. Ben Jackson delivered. Two men in the backfield in the I formation. The handoff once again to Ben Jackson, but a huge stuff, as he only picks up 1 yard.
That was number 59 there. Inside linebacker Dan Buchanan with the big stop.
Big stop indeed. It is still 2nd and 9. It is under center with Ben Jackson behind King Jackson. King Jackson steps back. King Jackson throws deep, but unable to find his defender. Incredible defensive play by Lexington once again.
That was number 58, inside linebacker DJ Koganon with a pass deflection. 6'5", 255. Second season player.
And with the 2nd season comes experience, because he did play that protection really well. 3rd and 9 for Lexington. Lexington would want points on the board. However, they are definitely within field goal range. If they want to go for a field goal, they're looking to get more yards to make it more comfortable. It's a spread offense as King Jackson steps back and fires immediately,
Oh no.
but he was made to pay because it was taken away by Lexington's defense. What an incredible interception.
Number 31, free safety guy, Incognito, basically just went up and got the ball. Look at that catch.
Wow. Yeah, it was red all the way. It was also obviously well covered, so whatever King Jackson saw in that position definitely did not pan out the way he thought it would. And suddenly Lexington back on the field with 57 seconds left on the ball game. They are inside their 10. They have to get out of their shadow of their end zone. As the handoff to Smoke, he gets 9.5 more yards. They don't give him the first down. That is second and inches with 46 seconds to go. But I think they're going to take this into halftime, Ray. They're just taking their time.
Yeah, and Willie Smoke is, starting to really get going here. He's up to almost 4 yards per carry now.
Could be the second to the last play of the first half. Chad Moore was under center, passes to his guy on the right. That gets the first down. That's a 6-yard gain.
He also gets out of bounds and stops the clock. That was number 15, Alex Jackson, with the reception.
Alex Jackson led the team in receptions last week with 9, and he had 1 touchdown to go with that. So not much this game though, but we might see his number called plenty more times. 24 seconds to go, 20 seconds to go in this ball game. A handoff to Smoke. Smoke was hit many times, but was able to generate 5 yards out of that play.
And he's just consistently just dragging defenders with him, Mark. I'm impressed with him right now.
Impressive showing by him. And this half will come to a close. Lexington 21 to Tacoma 0, and the Miners are bringing in the rout. That is the end of the first half of the second quarter. An incredible showing by both the offense and defense of Lexington. Ray, what were the key highlights of this team?
Well, it's some great passing from Chad Moore, some great running by Willie Smoke, and some great receptions by Ian Francis for Lexington. Tacoma, I mean, they need to do something. They only had like 45 yards, I think, on the day.
Yeah, that yardage comparison was bonkers. It was very lopsided. I gotta give credit to the defensive line of Lexington, Ray, especially Cumbus, who has been on the heels of King Jackson almost all night. We've seen him hit Jackson at least once for a sack, at least once more for a quarterback hit. He has forced many pass deflections in this game off of his pressure alone.
Yeah, definitely. You put pressure on the quarterback, you make him throw. And can throw some very errant throws in this game so far.
That was an incredible pass as we watched the highlights right there. One of the 3 touchdowns came off of an incredible pass and catch by Lexington, by Chad Moore. And you mentioned that Tacoma needed to use more of their running game, Ray, but when you're deep in this hole, is there any other sort of means of coming back in this game?
Now they'll have to start airing it out, which really kind of scares me because some of the throws have been very, very irregular out there.
The second half will kick off. Thank you for joining us here in this lovely evening. This is the SFL Minor League. This time Lexington will kick the ball off to Tacoma. The ball is away. Tacoma will receive it in the 10-yard line. Ball will be brought up all the way to their 28-yard line. And yeah, as we talked about it, comeback potential might be there, but it is very narrow. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are just joining us today, this lopsided scoreline really has been a combination of Lexington's incredible offense and defense. But we'll see, can Tacoma come back with this, as under shotgun is King Jackson. He has 3 receivers to his left. They all run slants, but he throws to any one of those 3 receivers. Instead, finds number 88 down the middle of the field for a first down.
That's a big tight end, Xavier Solomon, who's a two-way player from Carolina. He's 6'4", a big presence out there at 245, and he just hits him right in stride.
Great pass right there. Ray, something must have hit me on the head, because I think I called Chad Moore as King Jackson on that play. As Chad Moore in a similar position, trips left again, all slants, throws to them and picks up 9 yards. And Chad Moore back-to-back passes early on in the second half.
Yeah, but as my team would call it, that's a cheese play, the all slants play. Either it works for you or it doesn't, and it's been working so far for Lexington.
Trying to outnumber the middle of the field, and they were able to convert on that one. This time, Chad Moore has 2 backs behind him. Chad Moore steps back, gets a few seconds, but that short pass to number 34, only to Cooley, did not end up with a first down. Still, it's 3rd and inches.
Yeah, but in the backfield, the extra backs did a good job of blocking and holding the defenders and gave time for Moore to pass the ball. So good job back there in the backfield.
That's true. The pulling of the defenders did leave number 34 open for that pass and catch. So credit to those blockers. This time under center, Chad Moore with Smoke in the backfield.
Nice.
And a quick pass out of the snap gets the first down. That was a 4-yard gain, and that's a nice play, a sweet play.
Like that play. Great play calling by the offensive coordinator there. Just getting just enough for the first down. Great pass to Barney Burner getting open there for the reception.
Yeah, a quick pass like that off of the snap, barely a second. You got 2 backs in the backfield again. They will be protection once again as Chad Moore finds his receiver. That's number 15 on the outside, Jackson, with another catch for his team. Almost a first down.
A great job by Jackson catching the ball and bringing the defenders with him. Get extra yardage out of that after the catch.
4 straight passes in a row by Chad Moore, and he is looking to replicate his incredible performance last week. He is alone. He is under center with Smoke in the backfield. Chad Moore passes in the middle once again. They are tearing up this Tacoma middle defense.
And he's hit one of his favorite targets. Again, tight end Xavier Solomon there from he plays for Carolina too. Big man in the middle of the field.
You're now inside Tacoma's 21-yard line once again at the border of the red zone. They are looking unstoppable. Chad Moore under center, and he hands the ball off to Smoke, and Smoke finds a little hole on the left side and picks up 4 yards before being stuffed.
And that's about what he's been averaging today, Mark, about 4 yards a carry. So, or reception, I should say.
It is a solid showing from him. We keep mentioning the math of it is that as long as you have over 3.3 yards per carry or per touch, you're essentially a first down generator. 2 backs in the backfield. Chad Moore steps back, takes his time, and this time the defense able to get to him. Fortunate enough that he kind of lets go of the ball and it does not end up as a sack for a loss of yards.
Yeah, but they're definitely in field goal range here, Mark. So, it's to them, if they can protect the ball, it's points either way.
That is true. They just needed to protect the ball because 3 points is almost certainly guaranteed. As Chad Moore has 2 backs once again in the backfield. Throws in the middle, and what a play! He sets his team up for a 1 yard. They're now on the 1 yard line. As that pass to number 14, Ian Francis, is another completion.
Yeah, but it seems like Ian Francis and Xavier Solomon seem to be, along with Barney Burner, seem to be the receivers that he's aiming for today. So,
absolutely, spreading the ball. And it's funny that we use the term spreading because they seem to be in the middle all the time, not much spreading of their locations. Nonetheless, it is 1st and goal. Smoke in the backfield. Smoke will get the ball off of a handoff, and Smoke could not. Did he get there? They give it to him for a touchdown.
I might see a challenge here, Mark. I don't know about that. Let me watch the play again.
Ooh, if this
I
gets
know. I don't
challenged.
think so.
Yeah, that was hard. I also thought
There it
did
is.
not go in.
And there's a challenge, and he didn't get there.
R62 will give a look at this. The home crowd is booing. They wanted a touchdown. Both of us thought it was not a touchdown.
No, it's short. I mean, he had his back to the goal line. The ball was in front of him.
Yes. Tacoma will get the challenge of ruling the field is overturned. It is not a touchdown. I mean, but it is pretty darn close to being one anyway. This might as well be on the goal line. As we'll see, Lexington offense come back on the field. You got one more attempt on this, guys. Actually, you have at least 2 more attempts. As this is at the goal line. Step back. Chad Moore.
Oh, what is he doing?
Chad Moore tosses to the middle towards a defender who just bats the ball down. And half of it was pressure, I think, Ray, but he was kind of frazzled in that one.
It's like, I don't understand why he didn't go back to Smoke. I mean, you're on the goal line.
Yeah, I agree. I think a handoff to Smoke, one way or another, just punch it in with him. They are not putting everyone in the box. He still has one receiver at either side. So got a 2 wide receiver set.
We'll throw it again.
Short step back, tries to throw it, but very well defended by Tacoma's defense. And they will force a red zone stand. A field goal instead of a touchdown. What a turn of events. That red flag for a challenge turns a 7 into a 3.
I mean, what a great job by the secondary from Tacoma. I mean, not letting them throw the ball into the end zone at all. Just 2 pass deflections in a row.
Victor Washington will line up for a very short field goal. 17 yards, pretty much. This ball is snapped. Ball is kicked. And the kick is good. A field goal for 17 yards. As Tacoma's valiant efforts to prevent a touchdown force only a 3 points. However, it seems like that hole is just getting bigger and bigger as this game has blown wide open.
Now, if you're Tacoma, if you don't score here, I don't see you coming back.
Are you liking the game so far? Smash the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. The SFL produces over 400 events a year. There is no one else that gives you more football. Don't miss a minute of the SFL or SFLm action and help the channel grow through your support. Thank you for helping the SFL reach 10 years. 10 years of operation through your viewership. I mean, I'm liking this game. I'm liking the way Lexington has been playing. Obviously, Tacoma Miner fan, it is rough watching this game. Tacoma Miners will have a chance at putting points on the board now that their offense is back on the field. This is an I formation, but King Jackson will step back and throw to Ben Jackson, but that is definitely not going anywhere. Ben Jackson gets tackled for a 3-yard loss.
And once again, we're going to say his name, DJ Koganon, the inside linebacker with a great, open field tackle.
Didn't help that Ben Jackson was just standing on an island before the ball got to him, so Kilgannon got to him in a hurry, basically already in front of him. Another I formation, this time offset to the left was the fullback. And can Ben Jackson get anything? The answer is no. He gets tackled for no gain.
And once again, it was Koganon on the tackle.
He said, I saw you throw short pass to King Jackson, hand it off to him on a zone blocking scheme. None of those will work. This is a trips right formation. A quick snap. Oh, a sidearm throw. Gets a completion, but way, way far from a first down.
Not sure about that play calling, Mark. I mean, you have 4th and a mile and you throw the ball 3 yards.
Perhaps in a situation where your receiver is athletic enough to turn the corner, because there definitely was no one else in front of him for stretches, but he instead runs out of bounds and could not get anywhere near the first down. And once again, another punt by Tacoma. This punting unit is seeing the field way too many times than they'd like. Lexington will catch the ball and will be brought down inside their 44-yard line. Ray, I think they've been here for the infinitieth time already.
Definitely, and defense from Tacoma has to be tired at this point. They've been on the field forever.
That's true. That is true. Their defense has been on this field almost feels like twice as much as Lexington. We saw in the halftime, the time of possession, Lexington dominated. Lexington, under center is Chad Moore. He had two backs in the backfield. He takes his time. He aims deep.
Oh!
His pass was intercepted. Incredible coverage by Tacoma, and this might be the start of the comeback, maybe.
Number 23, free safety, King Bradshaw, was in the right place at the right time. Went up and just caught the ball.
Also looked a little underthrown, wouldn't you say, Ray?
Definitely. That's Chad Moore's first mistake of the game.
He only had one interception in his 3-touchdown performance last week, and he already has a few touchdowns this game. So, brush off the dust, shrug it off. You'll live with it. As King Jackson steps back from under center, he throws to his left and finds his man for a 6-yard gain.
That was the backup tight end, Albert Russell. Another big target, 6'6", 260 out there.
This is an offset or I formation. The handoff will be to Ben Jackson, and he gets a first down. It feels like it's been forever since he got a first down. That was a 5-yard carry before he got tackled.
He's very capable of breaking one all the way to the house if they can just get the proper blocking in front of him. I'm still waiting to see that happen today.
Really goes to show this linebacker core of Lexington has been on Ben Jackson's number all night. Ben Jackson once again in the I formation. Fullback is offset to the right. Handoff. Ben Jackson, and look at that, a swarm of Lexington defenders gets to him. He had no chance of getting any yardage.
That time, the backup outside linebacker, Bill Crenshaw, just came here and blew up that play.
I mean, another loss for Ben Jackson. He has not been having a good evening in this ball game, as his spread offense is laid out by Tacoma. Thrown deep.
Oh.
That pass is not completed as it was tipped off and then brought down to the ground. Fortunately, not an interception. What a great coverage by Lexington.
That was number 23, cornerback Shane Hill. Big, tall cornerback out there, 6'4", coming down with a great pass deflection.
Third and very long once again. Many of these third downs have been in very long situations because of loss in tackles. Spread formation with King Jackson under center. We got 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. King Jackson heaves it deep, and King Jackson throws the second interception of the evening. Oh my goodness, this Lexington defense has been dominating Tacoma.
Number 31, free safety, guy Incognito. Very incognito out there in the field, making a great interception there.
Incognito during the play, but not incognito on the stat sheet, as that one interception will be credited to him. Already an incredible showing by him. I mean, overall, Lexington defense at all levels, front, linebackers, safeties, the backfield have been incredible. As Chad Moore, with his offense back on the field, he had trips right and throws to one of them, deflected and batted down. That could have been an interception. That could have gone all the way for Tacoma.
And that time, number 31, strong safety, the Taylor Chancellor, come on with big pass deflection. Chad Moore's got to be more careful with the ball. It's getting kind of crazy out there.
You see Chad Moore's stats right there, 231 yards, only one interception. A respectable 92.5 rating. He will line up under center He has Willie Smoke right behind him. 2nd and 10, handoff to
Ooh.
Smoke, goes for nowhere.
That time, Moxie Crawford come up with a big stop there. No gain.
Ray, it's almost summer, and this summer, you can play the SFL video game on the go on the Retroid Pocket 3 Plus, an emulator for 4K23 in the palm of your hand. Pre-order your Retroid today at goretroid.com, search SFL, or go through the all-new league website at simulationfl.net. That play was a bat down, so one of the few successful defensive forays of Tacoma, able to force a punt for Lexington, who seemed to be scoring every drive.
And great stop by the defense. Get them off the field. Put your offense back on the field. See if you can just muster some points somehow.
Yep, any amount of points really would be much appreciated to, at least make or give any hope of a comeback. So Lexington will punt this ball.
Ooh.
It will be received and brought down. They'll start on their 17-yard line. What a hit.
What a great punt there by Victor Ironleg. And great coverage from the return.
So it's true to his namesake. Ironleg punts one deep and pins Tacoma inside their 20. This is the deepest that Tacoma has started in this game, which is not looking good because they have gone nowhere yet so far. This handoff off of the I formation to Ben Jackson is anemic. 2 yards.
I know you got to keep running the ball to keep the defense honest, but at some point you got to start airing it out. I mean, you're 24 points in the hole. You got 2 minutes left in one quarter and a whole other quarter, but you're running out of time.
In their hopes to make the defense honest, the defense instead became honestly really good. As lined up under center is King Jackson, 2 backs in the backfield. Handed off to, was that Ben Jackson on the handoff? I believe that's the big man, the fullback, number 47.
Yep, it's Dwayne Will. I know you're backed up, and I know you throw 2 interceptions today. You can't really force this deep in your own territory, but you got to air out the ball.
He does attempt to air the ball. King Jackson will find the guy. That is a 13-yard pickup to the 29-yard line as Rob Hunt, the two-way player from Indianapolis, makes a catch.
Yep, and that seems to be one of his favorite targets tonight.
That is true. He has been thrown to a few times already. Unfortunately for them, many of those plays have been pass deflections as well. 3 backs in the backfield. Very heavy set. This ball is handed off to Ben Jackson. Ben Jackson really likes rumbling down the middle despite opportunities to the left. He picks up 3 yards.
Yeah, I think you have much better success if he started bouncing the ball to the outside with the blockers that he has.
4 receptions thrown to Rob Hunt, or 4 receptions caught by him for 37 yards, so he has a solid evening. Offset I formation, handoff once again to Ben Jackson. Ben Jackson finds an opening, finds the outside, breaks the tackle. He's at the 40-yard line, and nothing can't do him. He gets tackled at the 35-yard line, and the Ben Jackson that we've been waiting for has made an entrance. 35 seconds left in the third quarter.
And great job there by free safety Gaia Incognito, because if it wasn't for him, he'd have been to the house. What a great open field tackle.
Wow. I mean, we just called it, Ray. The bounce to the outside might be a key. It has been there. It has been presented several times to Ben Jackson. And when he finally takes it, he takes a lot of it, a lot of yards. They are now in Lexington's 35-yard line, their best field position ever. Handoff to Ben Jackson goes nowhere.
Up the middle. Lexington's got their number there. Yeah, it mounts to the outside again.
That will be the final play of the third quarter. Despite their good efforts, Tacoma finds themselves down 0-24 against Lexington Miners, but they have the ball here and they have a chance at starting a comeback. Can they though? With 11 minutes to go. You're watching the SFL Minor League heavy set by Tacoma. Handoff once again to Ben Jackson. Look at that block to his left. It was right there. Tacoma gets 8 yards as he cuts inside. Once again, you are watching the SFL Minor League, brought to you by APM Music. APM Music is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection, state-of-the-art technology, and world-class customer service. APM Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. To explore their library and to find the perfect tracks for your projects, visit apmmusic.com. Offset eye, handoff to Ben Jackson. Can Ben Jackson get a first down? He sure can. He gets 3 yards, and Ray, he's looking really good in this drive.
Yep, I don't know what happened. I mean, all of a sudden, he found himself, and he found finding holes and dragging defenders with him, and picking up lots of yards in this quarter so far.
Well, you have now trip straight for King Jackson. King Jackson wants to pass. King Jackson tries to find his man inside the end zone, but unfortunately, Lunar unable to complete the catch. Zor Lunar could not come up with a touchdown. Ooh.
And number 31, I think, got his hands on that ball and just deflected away. Guy Incognito once again.
Ooh. Guy Incognito has his imprints on this ball game, whether it be a pass deflection, touchdown saving deflection right there in that instance. As we are 2nd and 10 in Lexington's 22-yard line. Once again, the best position yet of Tacoma. Another heavy set look for a handoff to Ben Jackson. Ben Jackson will get the handoff. He tries to go in the middle, but that's where the majority of the traffic jam is.
Yeah, definitely. The box is pretty well stacked that time. Now you're 3rd and long, but you're in field goal range here, so long you don't throw the ball away, you get points on the board this time.
Field goal is true, it is points, but it's not still very ideal because the field goal makes this a 3-score game still.
Oh my goodness! No.
That was, they call this a fumble, but I agree with you, Ray. That is not a fumble. There was no football move made before the ball was jarred loose. That should have been called an incompletion.
Definitely, and I think we'll see a challenge flag.
Ooh, not even close in my opinion.
I don't think he even caught the ball. Yeah, there's a challenge.
There we go. 2nd challenge by Tacoma. I wonder if there's a record for most successful challenges in a single ball game, because this should go Tacoma's way.
I would hope so.
For F62, your eye doctor appointment is resting on the decision.
After review, the receiver did have possession.
Yeah.
It is therefore ruled
He
a
does.
fumble.
Ruling the field is overturned, and that, instead of a fumble, that just becomes an incompletion. Although it's something positive, something of a silver lining for Tacoma, it's not their most ideal situation. Ideally, they wanted that for completion for a first down and keep the chains going. Instead, they're lining up for a field goal for 3 points in Lexington's 20-yard line. This will be a 38-yard field goal. The ball is snapped, the ball is kicked, and that kick is no good!
Oh no.
Oh my goodness! Ray, last week we saw Lexington, they were able to hold their opponent to a missed field goal, and once again Lexington looks like whatever magic they're putting on against the opponent's kickers seem to be working. 2 missed field goals against Lexington 2 weeks in a row.
That's why you have to have a contract kicker on your team, Mark. Kickers matter.
And Lexington will continue their dominant performance. They, as in Chad Moore, will find another man. Ian Francis, once again on the outside, picks up 6 yards.
And Lexington's not letting up here. They just have their gas on their foot on the gas pedal, and they're not slowing down.
Absolutely. 24-0 is definitely dominant, but as a team, like you don't want to underestimate your opponent. You gotta, in my opinion, a good respectable way of defeating, of winning a game is to keep winning. This throw to the left, a
Oh,
short pass is complete for a first down, and Lexington picks up another first down that was to number 11.
yeah,
Barney
Barney
Burner.
Burner's having a very good game today, along with Ian Francis and Xavier Solomon.
Yeah, Barney Burner getting plenty of targets and catches, despite get this 0 last week, so really turning the table and proving to be a key player offensively. Lexington with Chadmore under shotgun. He had trips left. He finds one
Oh
of
my
his men in
goodness.
the middle once again. That middle seems to be the favorite spot of Lexington to tear apart.
And Chris Armstrong there, the backup wide receiver, wants a spot on this roster really bad. He wants a contract. He's trying.
That's true. I mean, might as well give him a contract that he has been playing as good as everyone else on this team. Washington picks up a first down, and for the nth time, Lexington is inside Tacoma's half of the field. 8.5 minutes to go. Chad Moore under center. Chad Moore will elect to pass. Passes it on a swing pass to Smoke. Willie Smoke picks up 7 on that play.
Yeah, Willie Smoke, he can catch the ball, he can run the ball. Right now, they're running a very balanced offense. They're using all their weapons, and Lexington just not letting up.
Yeah, he does it all. He does everything. Where else he can do everything? That's in the SFL Discord, where there's so much more to do in the SFL more than just being a player. Join and check out content for the team and about the league in our Discord server. Participate in pick'ems. This play goes nowhere. Participate in pick'em games, play SFL fantasy football, and test your skills in the survivor pool. To join our server, visit the SFL website at simulationfl.net and click on the Join Now button near the top of the page. The SFL community, of which I and Ray are a part of, we are 2,000 strong, and we will see you there. We'll see you right here too, as this play will be handed off once again to Smoke, and Smoke is just tearing this team apart.
Yeah, I was about to say Tacoma needs a big stop here, but Smoke is just, he's running through those holes and he's picking up the first downs.
And I wouldn't I wouldn't fault them for doing so, because with this lead, you just want to secure the lead. Just keep handing the ball off and keep churning the clock. Chad Moore has Smoke right next to him on the right in his shotgun position. He will throw another swing pass to Smoke, and Smoke wide open with plenty of space. He picks up 7 yards off of the swing pass.
Yeah, this cornerback for playing way off the line, giving Smoke putting a rim in front of him. I keep going there to the sideline.
Yeah, that's true. That also eats up a lot of clock. 2nd and 3 inside the 24-yard line. 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Chad Moore has 2 backs in the backfield. Chad Moore will step back. Finds another man to his left. Once again, an incredible pass and catch to number 11, Burner, who has been basically a barn burner. Making catches, getting first downs, everything.
He's very, very present on that sideline there, Chad. I mean, Mark. Sorry.
It would be an honor to be related somehow to this incredible performance by Chad Moore, quarterback. Chad Moore will toss it again.
This time.
Yeah, this time they stop him for only 1 yard, Ray, but guess what? The clock is ticking.
DJ Koganon with the 499 super chat. Great mic work tonight, fellas. We appreciate you both. Thank you, DJ. We appreciate that.
We appreciate you too, Kilgan. We appreciate everyone who has joined us in this game. All of our viewers making this league grow. We appreciate every one of you. Chad Moore tosses to the middle. His favorite spot to throw to, but this time could not find the man. That pass and catch would have been for another touchdown, Ray.
Oh my gosh. I mean, Lexington just not giving up, and they're burning this clock seriously here. We're down to 5 minutes and 49 seconds.
It is 39 in Tacoma's 16-yard line. They don't need to force a touchdown, as they have trips left with Willie Smoke on the backfield. Chad Moore drops back, tries to aim for the end zone,
my
and
goodness.
look who he finds at the end zone. It's Jackson with a touchdown. Alex Jackson with TD number 2.
Wow, Mark. I mean, everything is going Lexington's way today. It's just unbelievable.
And Lexington is, I think, in my opinion, based off of the 2 games, front runner for one of the best in Season 7's SFL Minor League. 2 games in a row, they've dominated their opponent offensively and defensively. Second 30-point performance by this offense, and preventing teams to... This is the 0 points to Tacoma, preventing the 0 points. What a showing by them.
Yeah.
Extra point is kick. I apologize, Ray, for cutting you off. And
I mean, they're just doing it both sides of the ball here tonight. It's amazing.
Yeah, all 3 sides to punt returns. They've been starting, inside the 44. We haven't seen like a massive return, but solid nonetheless on special teams.
And they've had really good field position on it, too.
This is the 4th time that ball is kicked off by Lexington. Oh, okay. Great route, stem to the right side, but not gonna get much. Tacoma will start on their 28-yard line. They needed a miracle somewhere. The special teams unit and this return will not give it to them for now.
Let's see what Tacoma comes out with here.
They are lined up, poising up for a run game. The Lexington defense moves up, tries to stop the run, and can they stop it? Almost looks like they couldn't, and Ben Jackson picks up 5 yards, almost breaking 2 tackles in a row.
I mean, if Jackson, if he gets going, it's kind of late in the game to keep running the ball, though. You only have 5 minutes left. You have to throw the ball at some point.
Yes, at this point, the comeback looks unreasonable, but at the very least, this team is looking to make the game a little more respectable. Points on the board will do that, as King Jackson hands off to Ben Jackson, and Ben Jackson almost sprung loose to the end zone. Instead, he picks up 5 yards and the first down.
And give DJ Coconut another tackle for this game. He's been all over the field.
And Ben Jackson does have over 100 yards in this game. Mind you, that performance was off of one huge run that netted him a majority of the over 100 yards. But still, nonetheless, solid performance. This ball is snapped to King Jackson. King Jackson finds a man deep and could not connect with his receiver as Bailey on the deflection.
And that time, King Jackson had, plenty of time. Great job there, keeping the defenders away from him. The pass was a little bit overthrown, I think.
A little bit overthrown and into what would like coverage as 3 gray uniforms versus 1 white were on that location. King Jackson tries to wait for his receiver.
Oh.
What an incredible one-handed catch. That deep pass converted for a first down. And here comes the no huddle with 4.5 minutes to go. Here goes King Jackson. Drops back. Tries to go deep. Finds his men for an 11-yard gain. Back-to-back completions by King Jackson. This time to number 12. And they are not stopping. They like what they see. Another one-handed catch. How? 2 one-handed catch in the same drive. I've not even seen that in the major leagues. King Jackson. Trips right. Throws to the left, King Jackson. This offense, Ray, somehow the passing game has been incredible.
Yeah, on this drive, it looks really, really good.
Maybe it's the fact that they're keeping Lexington on their knees, because look at that, an 8-yard completion sets them up for 3rd and 1. They have not changed formation. It's still a spread offense with King under center. Throws to the right for a first down. It is. they're in the 5-yard line of Lexington with 3.5 minutes to go. Taking their time to line up. Kane Jackson steps backwards, aims to the end zone. This time will not complete it, and the ball finally falls dead to the ground.
And big hit there by J.J. Bailey. Knocked the ball loose, and let's see if they come out here now. They have time to reset with the incomplete pass.
That was electric. That series of events, you have great receivers making plays. You have King Jackson throwing some dimes, but this time, two backs in the backfield. Jackson under center. And Jackson drops back, finds his man. That's a touchdown!
Touchdown.
Any day of the week. Oh my goodness. The first points goes to Rob Hunt with... He had to come back for that and complete that touchdown.
I mean, he ran a great little route there. He was by himself and caught the ball, and then had to turn up the field, just cross the goal line.
Lexington's defense, chances are some of those are backups already, but caught with their pants down as Tacoma finally puts points on the board. Their first of the evening comes with 3 minutes left on the board. Their extra point attempt is gonna come up here, and ball is snapped, ball is kicked, extra point is good. 7 Tacoma, 31 Lexington. This ball game is way out of reach, but that was an incredible drive by Tacoma nonetheless.
Oh, now the dreaded onside kick.
Not blaming them for the onside kick. This is their only chance. They'll need the onside kick and many more possessions to go. Onside kick is there, but Lexington recovers. So Lexington will start in a very good field position as a result. Tacoma's 39. And 3 minutes to go. If you would give Tacoma a numerical number for their chance at this game, what would it be, Ray?
Oh, winning this game, 0.001.
Yes, and that 0.001 is a miracle that we might not see transpiring, as Lexington will not even give them a chance to do so because, Bradshaw, amongst other people, they just hand the ball off to Willie Smoke. That'll eat the clock and end this game. It is 7-31, leading is Lexington. 2 minutes to go. Willie Smoke, incredible this evening, getting first downs almost every chance he gets the ball. Chad Moore as well, incredible. Chad Moore is under center with Willie Smoke behind him. At the backfield, Chad Moore, short drop back, tosses it to Willie Smoke. Willie Smoke gets, is that a 0-yard gain or a loss?
I don't think that was Smoke. That's the
No,
halfback
that is
Trent
that's
Wentworth.
the backup. Okay. Scratch that. That's the backup in right now. Trent Wentworth. Will. And that will be the end of... Sorry, that's not the end. That's a 2-minute warning of the fourth quarter. Ladies and gentlemen, you are joining us in watching the SFLm, brought to you by ABM Music. 31 Lexington, 7 Tacoma. Lexington has the ball and is looking to put this game away. Short step back, throws deep and finds nobody, thrown into coverage. And that ball, no chance at getting caught, Ray.
No, number 23, King Bradshaw's probably kicking himself right now. He should have had that catch. It should have been an interception going the other way.
Seems to be a case of so many of those deflections that could have been interceptions against Chad Moore. Chad Moore instead will end up with only one interception in this evening, barring another interception later on in the game. This ball will be
kick here. Yeah. Popping kick. Here we go.
That's it. They will be pinned inside their 11. As you mentioned, the coffin kick, because that's the punt that might essentially seal the deal for them. Deep in their side of the field, inside their 11, the furthest they've ever started away from the end zone. This is King Jackson under center. King Jackson throws to his left, finds his receiver for a 5-yard gain. That is out of bounds. That does stop the clock, so good play right there.
Yeah, good job getting out of bounds there by number 11. That's Rob Hunt. Of course it is.
Rob Hunt did get the touchdown, the sole touchdown of the Tacoma team right here, the Tacoma Grizzlies. Trips left with one back in the backfield. Jackson under center. Jackson, an RPO play,
Oh,
but
no.
get sacked. That play is doing them nothing, Ray. It's giving them negative yards every time they run it.
I think that was number 94.
It was Lawson on that sack. What a
Yeah.
play.
Yeah, that play is not working at all.
So everyone getting on this defensive fun. As that was the backup defensive end Andrew Lawson making the sack. And the huge gain to try to make up for. King Jackson makes up for it anyway. He throws it deep left. His receiver make it. He breaks a tackle. He's at the 30, at the 20. Can he get there at the 10-5? Touchdown! Oh my goodness!
Wow, he just outran him. He broke that tackle with number 31, Guy Incognito. What a beautiful play. Perfect pass, too, by the quarterback.
Absolutely beautiful play. That is some incredible running. And that's Andrew Gibson. He must have been a track runner. He basically outrun everybody, 3 receivers. And he tries to be, they attempted to tackle him, but he just stays upright and brings the ball home. 13-31 pending the extra point. And although the ball is far out of reach, that was still impressive to watch.
What a great, I think it's the best play of the night, actually.
That's true. That is the best play of the night. That went for, I believe, over 90 yards for a touchdown. This extra point will be attempted by Tacoma. Ball is snapped. And no way! As the ball is blocked, the extra point is no good, and the score remains 13-31. That everything is going Lexington's way, Ray. Everything.
Wow. Missed field goal, blocked extra point. I don't know. No words.
Yes, you know who else does not have words? Everyone from the coaching staff scratching their heads. Where did it get away from them? Despite a strong showing in the first week of the season, they come up way short in this one. And it might be a bit of the home court advantage, giving them some lucky rolls of the dice, right? But still, overall, it's complete team effort. Lexington, with 1.5 minutes to go, they're just looking to end this ball game. The ball is handed off, and the first timeout of Tacoma will be called.
I think, they have 2 timeouts left to use. They may get the ball back. I'm not sure. I'm too tired to do math right now, Mark.
I think they will have, with 2 timeouts left. They might have a few seconds, you're right. Is, once again, Chad Moore, if that is still him under center, will throw to the middle, and ooh, that ball could have been the nail, as Burner, sorry, that's not Burner, was not able to get the catch and drops the ball.
I don't think it's Chad Morgan. I think it's Nick Gross. I think the backups are still in.
The backups, that is definitely, yes, you are 100% correct. As the backup could not get the catch, he wasn't Washington, who basically was the better of the backups. Trips right. Handoff. Backup. Trent fumbles the ball. Uh-oh. Who gets it back? Tacoma gets it back.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Things are getting interesting now.
They are down 18 points. Mind you, that is a 18 is a 3-score game. But okay, they're making it interesting.
Definitely. Hey, stranger things have happened in the SFL.
The backups might not be getting any contracts anytime soon, as that ball is
No.
fumbled. The Tacoma defense picks it up, and they're gonna look to put more points on the board finally. This is the I formation. As Jackson, short drop back, throws to his right on the swing pass. That's only a 3-yard completion. Nonetheless, they're gonna go for the hurry up offense. I don't blame them. They need to get points quick. Back in the I formation. Barely any much of a drop back, and that catch could have been caught for a huge gain, Ray, but it's not caught.
That was Zoro Lunar with the drop there. That'd been a beautiful catch. Superman dive.
Unfortunately, that would have been huge for them. They would have flipped the field in that single play. Instead, it's 3rd and 7. This time, you got trips formation. It's a spread offense, really, with 3 on the right, 2 to the left. Throw to the left. That's not complete for a first down, as Tacoma will call their second timeout. It is now 4th and 2, Ray. And do you think Tacoma goes for this?
No. You thinking a Hail Mary here? I'm not.
Yeah, maybe not. Well, they do have time, 53 seconds at least, to get a first down and maybe a few plays before a Hail Mary, but you got spread offense once again with King Jackson under center. King Jackson, pressure gets to him once again. That's a quarterback hit, and Combas shuts the door on this Tacoma drive, puts the nail on the coffin. That's a 4th down turnover. Lexington essentially wins the game.
And Cumbus has been harassing that poor quarterback all night long. Not letting up. Not even at the end of the game.
Yeah, restraining order needs to be put on that man. He has committed essentially some sort of assault on King Jackson. Now, we are in your favorite formation of any formation, the victory formation. Believe.
Well, pushing and shoving going on out there. Frustration by Tacoma.
I mean, it's hard to not be frustrated, Ray. You're down plenty. You had a chance many times. You forced 2 turnovers against Lexington, but you know they just couldn't get it going, Ray. As this is 22 seconds left in the ball game. Tacoma out of timeouts. This ball game will come to an end very shortly. 3 seconds on the play clock. What an incredible game overall, but I'm going to say the defense, Ray, has been stellar for Lexington.
Yeah, I think Tacoma's defense is a little tired towards the end.
That's true. As the ball game comes to a close, Miners score 31 and only allow 13 to Tacoma. Second ball game in a row where they only allow less than 14. They don't even allow 2 touchdowns worth of points to the opposing team. Ray, what were your favorite things of this Lexington team?
I like that they actually have Willie Smokes, coming alive tonight compared to last week. He caught the ball, he rushed the ball, ran the ball. He did a great job tonight overall. And the balanced offense from Lexington is just amazing.
I think that is the key word, balanced offense. I mean, ignoring this interception we see as one of the only mistakes of Lexington's offense. They ran the ball, they passed the ball. And the other thing is, really, the defense set up their offense. And as we mentioned, they were starting so many times in their 40-yard line. 44, starting at the 47, 3 times at least where they started ahead of their 40-yard line. We watch the rest. This is one of these. This was one of the great plays, the better plays of Tacoma here, Ray.
Yeah, the run plays. Some of the run plays are really, really good tonight.
Great pass for a touchdown right there. And all night has been dominated by this Lexington offense and defense. And oh boy, that highlight, that one-handed catch, we're gonna see one more of that roll through in these highlights, I think. Wow, look at that, Ray. That was
And those are starters he's outrunning there, not backups.
that is a good point. I mean, you gotta consider the fact that he keeps running with a guy on his hips, but barely slows down.
Oh, that fumble there.
That
Yep, but-
fumble.
The backup did a bad job there of carrying the ball.
Chad Moore is your player of the game. 2 weeks in a row, he put up almost 300 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a single rush for 5 yards, 31 for 41, and that is the ball game, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us, and for Rochelle Colston joining me, for Cameron Irvine and the production truck. We thank you for joining us. Join us next week, and have a good night. Goodbye.
Good night, everybody.